Welcome to the Bringing You Home podcast. We're a group of mortgage professionals with no fame and no egos. We do, however, bring 55 plus years of combined mortgage experience and a strong desire to help everyone reach the American dream of a home ownership. All of this while having fun, keeping it simple, and most importantly, bringing you home.
Jen, what's up?
Hello, I'm here.
Hey, episode, I think it's 9.
No,
Or
it's 8.
It's 8. Episode 8.
I counted.
This is a well-oiled machine.
Is
so
it really?
it is not a well-oiled machine, but we're working on it. Anyhow, hope everyone's having a great day. And we're coming from the WTF studios, where they had another fabulous podcast yesterday. But we're hoping
I was on it.
you were on it, and we're hoping to do a little bit better. Somehow I just get clowned on that podcast, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's my job.
So anyhow, we wanted to kind of continue with our, our introductions into the home buying process and kind of deviate a little bit, right? And talk about some do's and don'ts. And this week, we have a guest. But before we introduce our guest, who's patiently waiting on the line, why don't you hit that? There you go.
The market update.
So I know there's a tremendous amount of hesitancy as it pertains to purchasing a home, not only because of interest rates as they continue to spike, but also because a lot of consumers, a lot of first-time home buyers think that the value of homes are going to come down with the rates going up, which is typical for the marketplace. But I read an interesting article this morning, and I wanted to share it with you. So experts are starting to make their 2023 home price forecasts. As they do, most agree homes will continue to gain value in 2023, although at a slower pace. How much do you think? I think in a previous episode, we spoke about the fact that they went up about 8 to 10%. How much do you think we're looking for in terms of equity gain in 2023? 2.5% is the correct answer.
5.
So 2.5%. So, even though rates are going up, right, and affordability appears to be an issue, the price of housing is still going up, and it's going to continue to go up, like we've talked about. It's always a great opportunity as an investment and as your home. Right?
Yeah.
As your home, or as we called it, tu hogar, right?
Yeah.
I know my guest is probably laughing when she heard me speak Spanish, but anyhow, I think it's still a great time to buy despite the rates if you can afford a house, because you're not going to lose. Eventually you're going to end up winning on this. Right. And it seems like not only in the short term, but in the long term. So that was an interesting factoid.
That's a positive.
Right?
Yeah, that's good.
Now, to be fair, not all economists believe that to be true, but on average, most do believe that the value is going to continue to increase. So now that we've shared that, I wanted to introduce our special guest today, who's going to help us with the topic today, the do's and don'ts of mortgage. Yeah, buying a home
loan
right?
Processes.
And there's no one better than a processor, someone who looks at files every day, and makes, speaks to not only loan officers, but sometimes clients and underwriters, and gets a good feeling for some of the mistakes that occurred throughout the process. So, without further ado, I wanted to introduce our senior loan processor, Valerie Duarte. Whoa, that was a short clap, or audience.
It's so loud.
I know what happened.
So loud.
Right? So Val.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So Val, the funny thing is I get the sounders that sound like I'm a complete bozo and clown. That kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
And you get
thanks for not using,
Yeah, and you get the applause, right? I get the toilet bowl flushing on occasion.
It only makes sense.
Right, it does. That's true. Anyhow, Val, why don't you share a little bit about yourself, and then we can kind of get going here.
Well, I've been in the mortgage industry for about 20 years, processing 15 plus. So I'm pretty familiar with a variety of loan programs and, structuring and the process itself on, what would make it easier, close quicker, what could cause delays. So yeah, very familiar with the do's and don'ts.
Awesome.
And that's what today is all about, do's and don'ts.
Yeah, do's and don'ts. And this, I mean, we do talk about the bar quite a bit, but this isn't about the bar, not about happy hour. Okay, Val? I just want to make sure that we're talking about mortgages and you're on the same page. Anyhow,
we're going to talk about those do's and don'ts also.
But at some point we will segue into that because that's what we do here at the Bringing You Home podcast. So Val, let's talk about money, right? What are some do's and don'ts as it pertains to money? When a client brings a bank statement, I had a client call me yesterday and say, hey, I'm getting some relocation funds from my current company to offset my cost. And he said, I'm going to just deposit into my bank account. But is that okay if I do that? Is it not okay? And so I gave him my advice, but I'd like to see what you would have told him.
I think the important thing is that if they're going to be receiving large deposits, and when I say large, that could vary from program to program, but a significant deposit that's not typical of their payroll, that they just retain any receipts or anything that could document where the source of those large deposits came from. So if their employer did provide, relocation funds, just retain any kind of documentation to support that that's what it was from. Same thing could go from liquidating any kind of retirement, gift funds, or just any sale receipts that could support the large deposit, because we do need to verify all those funds. So just retain anything for, the duration of your loan process.
So the fact that I told them it's fine. You can get money from anyone you want. Just document it, right? So get a copy of the check.
Keep records.
Yeah. Take a picture and you'll send it to us. And then you'll be covered. And that's good for you, right? If you're a company. Now, would that be considered a gift?
No. I mean, if we can show that, the relocation and the employer is okay with it and providing, the funds for it, then no, it would just be, documenting the source of it.
And that would require less documentation, right? Because a gift requires more documentation. Depending on the loan type.
Yeah, depending on the program. I mean, we would just need the letter, from whoever is going to be providing the gift. And depending how they're going to be receiving the funds, that could require additional documentation. But I'm essentially just acknowledging upfront that there's going to be a gift involved from a relative, an employer, so forth.
Gotcha. Now on a gift, we're going to transition as we're talking about money. And I wanted to ask you a question. I know the answer to this, but I'd like your take on it. Gift, can it be from, my friend that lives in the corner?
Definitely not. It should be a relative. There's specifics in guidelines and programs, but it's more commonly than not, it's a relative, like a parent, brother, sister, but typically like a blood relative.
Okay. How about, staying on the topic of money, do we want large cash deposits coming in the middle of a transaction?
Definitely not, because even a small cash deposit of like $10, $100 is automatically going to be deducted, as it's going to be unverifiable. So, cash, if we see automatically on a statement that there's cash, we'll already exclude that amount. So we should not deposit cash.
Is that like Zelle also?
No, because Zelle, you can, also depends on the amount. But if it's a common, deposit, common Zelle within your bank statement, we will question it. We'll just need an explanation, why is this, being deposited, or why are these funds so frequent on your statement? but an explanation. And then, I mean, if we do see that, okay, I think this was a gift, because it was a one time and it was a large amount, then we'll just ask for like a gift letter or any kind of sourcing. But it's not necessarily a no. We would just need more explanation.
Gotcha.
No, interesting. How about if I want, my loan's approved, Val, so it's gone through your hands, the loan officer's hands, and the underwriter's hands, and it's approved, and we have some final conditions. As a consumer, can I go out and purchase a new sofa for my house, a new car? Do you see that ever?
Definitely. I mean, from I would say in underwriting, we do what's called debt monitoring, and even after we've finalized or clear to close your loan, we could possibly see additional inquiries or see that balances have increased, and we could possibly ask for like a current billing statement or account activity to see if your payment has gone up, because that could affect your qualifying. So definitely wait until your transactions close to do or make any big purchases, screen TVs,
So if Jen went on a
financing
bender,
a pool.
there you go. So if Jen went on a bender and wrote up her credit cards up by 20,000, you guys would pull another credit report sometime down the line and see that she ordered
it depends.
some bottles.
Some bottles.
It depends from lender to lender what their policies are, but yeah, you could possibly, trigger like a flag that, there's been inquiries or activity or something's changed with an account that we originally had in the file. So it was just preferred that you hold off until, we say, okay, your loan's closed, it's recorded, it's all yours.
Closed being the most, the perfect word, right? Not fun,
Right.
Not approved, not prior to approval, not clear to close, but closed.
Let's just wait till you get the keys in your hand, and that I think that's
then pop the bottles.
right.
So let me ask you a question. What if, and a lot of these are rhetorical, but I think it's important to hear from someone else other than me, because people tune me out. So if, and sometimes our borrowers tune us out, right? Until someone else tells them otherwise. But let's say my loan is approved once again, right? And I'm clear to close. And I've decided, sweet, right? I was going to change jobs anyway. So now that I've cleared to close, I'm going to go ahead and leave my job, right? For a whole nother job. What would you say as a processor when that happens?
Well,
keep it clean. Although I do have a button that beeps you out. Because I would say, no.
No, right. But again, we're going to find out either way. Because like I said, once it's clear to close, we do have procedures in place to, make sure things like that don't happen at the last minute, or, hopefully don't. Because again, sometimes the customers or borrowers don't have control over that. But we do a final verbal verification of employment. So we'll find out, if we call the employer and they're no longer with the company. But definitely, again, let's avoid that. Hopefully they communicate to you in advance that something like that is going to happen, so we can try and avoid having to make, unnecessary changes in the loan documents or the process. But yeah, it happens. It's just a matter of timing, I guess, and them communicating any changes.
Yeah, it drives us crazy though when that happens, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Man, it drives us crazy.
More work, right? Who wants that?
You hear people in the office going crazy and banging their head. You know what happened. They either bought a car or changed their job. All right. Well, we're talking about a lot of don'ts. How about we talk about some do's? What are some things that you think make a loan go that much more quick and efficient on your end and get us to an approval? Maybe some best practices on forget the loan officer side, because we all are perfect loan officers, but on the buyer side, what do you think? What do you see?
I think just being transparent. If they are aware of some challenges, or maybe like even assets, like money that they're wanting to use, I would say try to allocate all your funds in one account to make it easier. just, yeah, communicating upfront any challenges they foresee, like you said, in their employment, if they're thinking about, making changes in their employer, any increases in pay, any position changes, relocating. I would just, try and ask as many questions up front and get all those addressed in advance so we could just, document as much before it gets to underwriting and then be smooth sailing from there.
So do you not only speak to the loan officer on occasion to the customer, but you also have to communicate with escrow company, a title company, the real estate agents via email sometimes, either their employers, right? The borrower's employers. So I think what you said there is key, communication.
Yeah.
Right. If you communicate to us and communicate to those other parties, that makes everything a little more efficient. Fair to say
Right.
that's what you meant, right? All right. What else?
Sorry?
Give me one more. One more. I know I'm putting you on the spot, so I apologize. But one more one more thing. Like if you were, so we're trying to get Jennifer to stop drinking so much, and because we wanted to save some money so she could buy a house in the last 3 months, right? In the next 3 months, we wanted to. Yeah, we're down. We're down to 3 months, right? What would you tell her as a mortgage expert that she must do in order to prepare?
I guess just save money. Try not to spend while you're in the process. Because everybody wants to, furnish their new home and they get so, excited. So I would just say, try and save as much as possible. And then, that way you have your little nest egg at the end and you can just, furnish your new home. So just save.
See, that's what I'm doing.
That seems to be like a. Anytime we ask somebody about that, and I'm kidding, audience, she doesn't drink that much, but it's just a topic we talk about. But everybody that's we've had multiple guests on the show. Val, we've had Mauricio, we've had Alex, we've had Myra, we've even had Josephine, our social media guru. And, most of the advice has come down to save money.
Yeah.
Just put money away, not necessarily for the purchase of the home, because there's plenty of products out there that'll get you in with no down payment if you needed that. But just for, you never know, right? Like you said, for a couch or whatever you want to buy, or just for a rainy day, you never know what can happen.
Right.
So that's great advice. Do you ever want to become an originator?
Maybe in the near future or far future. I don't know.
I know somebody that's hiring. So, but.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but we also need you to be a processor. So.
Yeah, I don't know that I can do both. So.
Well, we won't allow you to, but you're a phenomenal processor. And so I appreciate every bit of advice that you can give our clients. We're gifted, or not gifted, but we're lucky, right, Jen, to have some great people, some operations people, of which Val is that, and you are that, and your sister Myra is that, that just help us as loan officers get our files from point A to point Z. In a quick and efficient manner. So it's awesome to talk to the operation side and have their perspective on it as well. So
yeah, definitely. It's a team effort. So
that it is. All right. So before we let you go, Val, okay, we are going to do an office update.
Oh.
If Jen remembers to hit the sounder.
Office update.
Jen, that's your segment.
Yeah, I know. I don't have anything. It's been like the weather outside gloomy, everyone's quiet. There's not much going on. So
that's
how
it.
I'm feeling.
That's all you got.
That's it.
All right. That's sorry, audience. Val, we're usually a little bit.
Val doesn't work from the office, so
Val doesn't want to come to the office.
I was gonna say it's pretty quiet over here too. It's raining, it's sunny, but it's raining. It's kind of weird.
Just like gloomy,
It's a weird vibe today.
I know, but we need to have a little bit more there. The office update is like an important segment.
Is it?
So let me give you one.
Oh, you will
All
always
right.
have one.
I
This
always
should
have one.
just
I'm
be
always
your
ready.
segment. Yeah.
So Val, do you know who Fred is?
It's because you've talked to people.
Who?
Fred.
Fred?
Fred, yeah.
He's our security guard.
Not our security guard.
Yeah, he's top
No,
level.
I don't.
No,
I don't have a security guard.
All
Really,
right.
no.
Your dogs.
Oh, maybe.
So Fred got a new haircut and he shaved and he's got a high fade going on. You know, he's looking kind of clean.
I don't pay attention
Okay.
to things
No?
like that.
All
But
right,
you know
well.
what? He did look a little slimmer.
He's
He
setting
did-
the bar high for you guys.
He is. That's our office update. There's not much going on today.
Exactly.
Uh,
Your
You
office
know what I
update
mean?
is Fred.
Our office update is
First of all, who doesn't even work in this
Yeah.
office?
but the best part is that he's typically the office update.
Yeah.
So we did talk about the signs that got put up, right?
Yeah. And they're
Yeah.
still up. They're doing
still
pretty
up. Yeah,
well.
signs haven't come down. All right, Val, before we let you go, we'd like to ask you a few questions about yourself and feel free to share. They're pretty easy. You get ready? I'll ask you 5 or 6 questions so that people get to know our office a little bit better. Well, I guess this is kind of like an office update. All right, Val, favorite football team?
Oh, come on. That one's easy. Green Bay Packers.
All right. Well, they lost this week.
I know. Move on.
What team is better, the Cowboys or the Raiders? Ooh, that's a tough one.
I mean, I guess you could say the Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. All right.
I guess.
Favorite restaurant, and if you say Applebee's, we're in trouble.
Oh, God. Let me think about it. Let's revisit that one.
See, that's a hard question.
It's not Applebee's.
Yeah.
Applebee's does have a great happy hour menu.
There you go.
Okay.
And now you wonder why we talk about alcohol.
You have to be specific. Food.
Favorite Mexican
drink.
restaurant?
There's so many. Like
I know.
Favorite Mexican food?
Chilaquiles.
Chilaquiles.
Oh, that's my breakfast go-to also.
Is it?
Mhm.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, today you had
My
scrambled eggs.
breakfast, lunch, dinner.
All right. Let's see. Favorite cocktail?
Oh, I'm pretty basic when it comes to that. We'll say vodka soda.
Vodka soda.
Good one.
What kind of vodka though?
Tito's.
Of course.
Right.
That seems to be. Jen, do you got any questions here? Because I got plenty more.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Let's see. I'm running out of questions.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Well,
Val, would we ever see you in the office again?
I guess that's a question.
I actually was gonna try and go in, but I have
But then the
transportation problems right now.
No. Favorite band? This one's easy. We kind of know this one, I think.
Man, band Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, that's a good one.
Should you give an answer?
Yeah, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay. I was trying to
That's
get
your
tickets.
favorite too.
I know, but I was trying to get Blink 182 tickets today, and I haven't been able
Oh.
to get them. I'm kind of upset. All right. Favorite DJ, because we know who Jen's is.
DJ.
That's a disc jockey. They play the ones and twos.
Oh my gosh! Thank you for clarifying. Cascade.
Okay,
All right.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Cascade for Val, and Martinez Brothers for Jen, and Fat Boy Slim for me because he's old. All right. I had one more on the tip of my tongue, and now
You're just full of questions.
I was, but I don't remember it now. So, Val, Jen,
Mhm.
you have anything else for Val, Jen, before we let her go? No,
No, I know she's working.
she's
hard.
working hard.
Yeah.
Val, thank you for joining us. I know it was short notice. I appreciate it. Hopefully next time you are willing to come via Zoom
Yes, I was gonna
Right.
say that, or
Since-
in person.
Oh.
Once your transportation
or in person. Yeah.
issues get resolved.
So-
Okay. Once I commit to going in the office.
Yeah.
That might be a while. You can do it via Zoom from your other office. But no, in all honesty, thank you. I know it was short notice. I know you're busy. I'm sure the loan officers hate me that I pulled you out for 15 or 20 minutes. So I apologize, but thank you for joining us. You want to share anything before you go? Places
no,
you're doing stand-up comedy, or
no, none of that.
Are you selling bows anywhere?
Are you?
Anything of that sort? Are you playing music, singing?
No side gigs yet, but maybe I'll keep you posted on any side hustles.
All right, yeah, let us know. We we typically tell our loan officers to share their socials. I don't know if you want to do that. Probably not.
No,
yeah,
I'm
definitely
good.
not. I would not recommend that.
All right, Val. Well, hang on there for 1 second. Val, one more question. We've never done this before. Are you there?
Yeah.
All right. So we do a weekly poll.
Oh yeah.
And this is going to stay on the podcast here even after the outro. But we do a weekly poll. So I want you to tell us, should Jen go back to this hairstyle or not to this hairstyle? Okay. Oh, you can't see it though. It's not going to work.
I can't see.
But we're going to put it on the poll anyway. So yeah, you got to go. Take your say.
No. I was going through this COVID phase where I was not seeing anybody. So I dyed my hair blue.
I
thought it looked pretty good.
We'll have to send you a picture just so.
What kind of blue is it? Is it like a royal blue or?
I don't even know. It was like blue and it had gray in it, so it was like kind of like a baby blue almost, a light blue.
Come on, Jen, just do it.
I'll send it to you.
Do it. All right.
Oh, I remember what my last question was because I was thinking about this today. I'm going to ask both of you.
Oh.
Who was your childhood crush? An actor or an actress?
Dang, that's a hard one.
That's a really good one.
That's
you know who mine is? You want me to start?
Go ahead.
Childhood.
It must be a Jennifer Aniston or something.
Dude,
like
I'm
that.
not that old. No, it was not that young. It was do you remember Katie Holmes in Dawson's Creek?
I know who that is, but
I don't know why yeah. Anyhow, that was mine.
Okay.
How about you, Val?
Childhood crush. Dang, that's a hard one. Oh, I know.
Okay, Jen, give Val a little bit of time to think.
And remember, I'm much younger, so this is like my childhood right here.
I got both the youngins on the
say
podcast today.
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. Okay, from High School Musical.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I mean, he's hot now as an
I
adult.
was gonna say he's probably even better looking
yeah,
now.
I was gonna say he just like grew up, and it was like still my taste as I was growing up.
All right. How about you, Val?
This is not so much childhood. I would say like junior high maybe, but I was an NSYNC fan and I was very fond of Justin Timberlake.
Oh, that's a good one too. I love the curly hair.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
You too.
He's gone through some phases. Yeah.
Has he gotten better with age or worse?
Oh, better.
No, I would say better.
Oh, you two are so funny. All right. Mine's got worse because she married Tom Cruise for a while.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah.
All right.
Through some
Val,
hard times there.
I appreciate you joining us.
Bye, Val.
I hope you have a good day.
Thank you for having me.
You got it.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you all for tuning in. Glad we were able to provide you with some useful information while bringing a little joy to your lives. Like, subscribe, and share on all social media platforms. We want to interact with you by answering your questions and having you as part of the community. We look forward to bringing you home.